What's going on, everyone? In this video, we're going to be doing the weekly recap of the stocked up trading floor. This week was definitely a boring and choppy one, as there wasn't that much movement in either direction. But this week should definitely be a bit more exciting, as we have some big earnings from powerhouse big tech companies like Tesla, Google, and a few others. So that should definitely be exciting and get the market moving a little bit more. So that's good, but let's get right into this week's recap. Starting out with the high-risk scalps, Monday was a boring and choppy day, and I would say it's probably the most boring and choppy day that we've seen in a long time. We could see that there was only one call out on Monday, and it was certainly a dud. As we look at SPY on Monday, it was a complete chop fest, and it was certainly not deserving of any plays, really. So I'm glad that there was only one play called out, because when you have the market gap up and then just chop around like this, there's not too many reasons you should be going long volatility, especially with short-term expiration. So I'm glad there was only one call out there. The week, like I said, was pretty choppy, but it definitely did pick up as the week went on. On Tuesday, there was a little bit more action, as we saw Netflix and Palantir have decent moves. Again, nothing too crazy, but it was definitely a slow increase in volatility. Things really started to pick up on Thursday, which is where we saw a handful of stocks actually move in a momentum-driven way. Palantir, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Robinhood all led the way, as they all had options move by over 100%, with Palantir, leading the way truly, as its puts popped up by 158%. That was good to see, but like I said, it was definitely like a bit of a choppy week where there wasn't like that much great price action, you could say, and it was a holiday week as well, which kind of slowed things down a bit. On Thursday, we did see some decent movement. What I did like is that there were only 3 plays, and 2 out of the 3 of them did have good moves. DJT led the way with options moving up by 266%, and MP had some puts move up by 61%, which was also really great. Nvidia was kind of a dud, so there really wasn't that much opportunity there. But yeah, I would say it was mainly like a choppy week. Sometimes this happens, especially after like periods of just insane price movement for multiple reasons. But going forward, like I said, we are heading into earnings season, so we definitely will see some more serious movement here, especially considering that we do have some big tech powerhouses right about to report. So that's pretty exciting. Shifting over into the theta plays, we could see that 4 out of the 5 expirations for this week expired for max profit immediately, which is great to see. One of the plays did get assigned, which is definitely great for those who are happy to own Intel shares. With shorting put options, it's a great strategy, but you have to make sure that you're more than happy to own the shares in the event you get assigned, because if you're not, then it's really just extremely hard to justify even putting on a trade like this to begin with. When you have a company that you are happy to own, and it is at a price you are happy to own it at, you can sell put options on that stock to get paid to potentially buy that company, which is great in multiple different senses. Not only in just the simplistic sense of getting paid to buy a stock that you're happy to own at a price you're happy to own it at, but you also have an embedded edge where the options you are selling are theoretically a little bit more expensive than they should be, which works to the seller's benefit. If you have questions about selling put options or need any help, feel free to reach out to Tom, Hunter, Mason, or myself, and we will make sure you're taken care of. But besides that, thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.